Uh, good morning, everyone. Everyone's doing well. Let's get into Proverbs for today. So it's 24th of July, 2026. More sayings of the wise today to start us off. Do not envy the wicked, do not desire their company, for their hearts plot violence, and their lips talk about making trouble. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and pleasure. The wise prevail through great power, and those who have knowledge muster their strength. Surely you need guidance to wage war, and victory is won through many advisers. Wisdom is too high for fools. In the assembly at the gate they must not open their mouths. Whoever plots evil will be known as a schemer. The schemes of folly are sin, and people detest a mocker. If you falter in a time of trouble, how small is your strength? Rescue those being led to death. Hold back those staggering towards slaughter. If you say, but we knew nothing about this, does not he who knows the heart perceive it? Does not he who guards your life know it? Will he not repay everyone according to what they have done? Eat honey, my son, for it is good. Honey from the comb is sweet to your taste. Know also that wisdom is like honey for you. If you find it, there is a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. Do not lurk like a thief near the house of the righteous. Do not plunder their dwelling place. For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. But the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. Do not gloat when your enemy falls, when they stumble. Do not let your heart rejoice, or the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from them. Do not fret because of evildoers, or be envious of the wicked, for the evildoer has no future hope, and the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out. Fear the Lord and the king, my son, and do not join with rebellious officials, for those two will send sudden destruction on them, and who knows what calamities they can bring. These also are sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judging is not good. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, will be cursed by peoples and denounced by nations. It will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessings will come on them. An honest answer is like a kiss on the lips. Put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. Do not testify against your neighbor without cause. Would you use your lips to mislead? Do not say, I'll do to them as they have done to me. I'll pay them back for what they did. I went past the field of a sluggard, past the vineyard of someone who has no sense. Thorns had come up everywhere, the ground was covered with weeds, and the stone wall was in ruins. I applied my heart to what I observed and learned a lesson from what I saw. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. God, thank you for a new day, end of the week. What a week it's been. Thank you. Please help me to be disciplined today, for a good outcome, and for a great weekend. In His name we pray. Amen. Alright, y'all. Not a good day yesterday, hey. Both of these are funded accounts took a losing day of 1,000. So pretty much 1,000 to go for each of these accounts, and then we are done. So pretty rough stuff at the moment. I've been calling most things right. It's just, yeah, I don't even know how to call it. Just oversizing once again. Pretty rough, but I had a good scalping session last night, and it was actually working really, really well. So I think I just want to work on that. Just looking for base hit scalps, really, and going for that over and over and over. So I think we're going to change our brackets here. Go 150 to 5. And just looking for 3 green trades per account. I do want to lock myself out of one of these for sure. Probably this one, just because we already have a few winning days here. So I'm going to lock myself out until London session today. So this account's locked out. Run with this account. Try and see if we can bring this one back. Let's adjust Nothing here. So clean yesterday. And you know, the most frustrating part was I was trying to short around previous day put in control, and it shifted just into this little fair value gap. And I tried like 3 attempts here, had fake runs to the downside, pushed up every time. And then the last time I got stopped out, hit max loss, it just dumped the entire day. Here's what it is. It's just a lesson in position sizing for me. So I've just got to be mindful and moving to break even. Like, I just need to make that such a big habit. Just get to break even as soon as you can. 28852. So gap down. Gap down to start with. Previous day value area high. That should be a play. We'll just see what sort of... We could spill all the way down into this 15-minute BC, to be honest. Love the open, hey. First few seconds. And for short here. See what our okay, don't have any personal daily limits here. Break even. Nice gap spill. I'm expecting this to be filled. It is Friday, so just gonna be mindful of TGIF. We could bounce to the upside. I like this 4-hour CB resting right here. I don't love my stop loss placement here, but that's okay. Can add in here. Keep risk as low as possible. Break even. We'll just label where that 15-minute BC is. So we have this one, and then we also have a tiny little gap in here too. Seeing if we can push all the way down here. This will sort of hit our daily target for today. Just see how strong this opening gap is. I'm just going to keep trailing my stop here. Expecting that the reversal period is going to be at around 9. So I'm finding that like we should trend in one direction typically until 9, and then we'll have either a reversal or more displacement in the direction we're currently going. Because it's Friday, we've already had a pretty expensive week to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if buyers try and snap this back up, but Trump is making some pretty insane calls at the moment, talking about bombing Iran more than they've ever been bombed before and all these jazz. Yeah, nice spill. Just really going to be taking partials. If we want to take out yesterday's low, we can do so as well. There's a tiny little gap in here too, yeah, right off the VWAP. It's okay. $30 a lot cleaner, I think, in terms of seeing like where volume and where people are getting in and out of price are. Stick to an M5 here. I still think we come down to at least here before we push back to the upside. Just letting volume sort of tell a story here. It's pretty slow. We'll see how oil is doing. Oil has just been on an absolute tear, man. That's not bad too. We've just gone and filled the new day opening gap. Could be TGIF for oil though. So just need to be mindful for that. We could actually push lower today just because it's Friday. I'll wait for this M3 closure. See where if we respect this, I think we are still on for longs. If we close below, then we'll know. Not much happening with MNQ. Okay, this is interesting. See if oil holds here. Wouldn't want it to go too much lower, maybe to fill in here, which would coincide with that sort of 15-minute level as well. I'm just waiting. More than likely this wants to get filled. I just want to see buyers with some volume to push us there. Till we see that, we just sit on our hands. Alright, oil looks like it actually wants to, it could be a TGIF day today, guys. I mean, oil has had the most expansive week. I mean, look at this. We might look for a short here on oil. Go micro, just because the fees are gonna stack up pretty heavy here. That is an ugly chart. Yeah, rejecting hard here. Oil might be the play today. Not sure about this entry though. Okay, we've tapped into this little fair value gap as well. I just like that we had a lot of volume to the upside. We've erased all of that. We're closing. It's Friday. Bunch of reasons to consider this valid. Just not much volume. That's the only sucky thing. $30 seconds to go. Nice bearish closure here would be nice. Even if we just take out the PM session lows. Yeah, not much movement. Super hard to trade. Don't mind this, we'll have this in the background. I think MNQ is moving at least just a little bit more, so we'll focus on that. There we go, still kept spilling lower. So I'm just thinking with my stop loss placement, an M2 high or low seems to be working quite well. I think on the lower time frames, it's just very easy to get stopped out, and then the trade run in the direction. We'll just wait to see what reaction we get at these points of interest, which are these yellow lines. So typically what I'm finding for reversals as well is if we hit a significant point and we see volume sort of match the level of the previous candle. So I'm trying to think of I'm trying to find a good example here. Basically, I want like a down close candle, but then I want the bullish candle now to, so if this closes bullish, this is a green light for us to look for a long, hopefully for this gap to be filled. Oil seems to be pushing up, that's okay. Bit of volume coming out here. Don't mind if we sweep this low and then look for a closure back above this high. There we go. Sweep the low, looking for a closure above the high here. Perfect. Let's wait for the close. It's good enough for me. Not enough margin, what do you mean? What? Oh, is it because of this oil short? Get out of the oil short then. Never seen that before. Right at that 15-minute level, we could still floor through and go for this spot. But I think it makes sense we at least go for a gap fill, push lower. Could even go up to previous day. Let me shift here. To previous day value area high. Potentially. A daily imbalance is resting right there too. That's good to know. Could spill past that level as well. So 28851. 851. Yeah, so typically on the like scalps I've been trying to get, when I see this pattern of volume at a key level and then the next candle is matching in volume, typically I've just seen it reverse on numerous occasions. So see if we can pop these highs here to the upside. Look to double our position if so. Adjust stops to this swing low here. Tried to push past here, so this low should ultimately be protected. But if we're taking this low, we're more likely going to take this low. So this way we can save a few buckos. But let's see if we get enough buyer activity here. Imagine oil is still going to spill lower. Yeah. That's annoying. It's very frustrating, but that's okay. Just waiting for a big push to the upside here. Last sweep again, potentially. I thought the bodies are respecting this M15 for now, at least on a lower time frame too. Just need to see displacement to the upside here for us to be green lighted. No bueno. No bueno. Might be pushing for these lower pockets now then. This yellow line is now the next target. Just wait to see if we actually want to recover this full thing. Yeah, still got time, yeah. If we push back or whether we're still gonna move to the downside here. It's not convincing enough. Significant volume now to the upside. There's that reversal pattern that I was talking about before again. Just gonna go with one micro here. Just want to see this high taken before we jump in. Okay, just need a closure above this. There we go. Few seconds too late. No closure though, we've just had a wick above. They want us to push to this high once again. Alright, that's good enough for me. Beautiful. Let's work on the higher time frames here now. So I think I'm still refining obviously my process, and it's cool to do this live, but I think finding the entry on like a really low time frame and then looking to actually manage the position on a higher time frame seems to be the way to go. 851 was, I think, our initial target here, which was previous day value area high. We do have that 4-hour CB resting right above too, so if we can actually have a bit of a run up here, that's what we're going to be anticipating. If we come and spill back down again, it is what it is. Yeah, okay. Alright, closing above VWAP now. On an M1 now too, which is good to see. I want to see if we can invert this. I'm just getting ready for where the reversal is potentially going to come. So let's just adjust our risk as we're moving up. Try not to scale too fast to choke the position. I think on a higher time frame, this makes sense. 4-hour CB resting right here, so we could reach for this pocket before continuing to the downside, or could just be TJF and we're just going for a run today. 484.75. Uh, 728 point of control. We should definitely be looking to take some off at least here. We'll probably take 2. I didn't mean to do that. 2. Set this high for a bit of liquidity sweep if we can get there. There's a lot going on in the chart now. So value area high we have at 852. Look to see if we can get a scale in on our position here. Same thing. So now's where I love just dropping into the lower time frames to see where we have some volume picking up. Not a bad spot to attempt a VWAP. Just waiting to see. So there's a lot of volume on this candle. Waiting to see if we can find a bullish candle with similar volume here. Don't mind that. Alright, great scaling so far. This low is really a safest spot, but I just can't afford that much. I gotta learn my lesson and just take the break even if it wants to come down. The only thing is I did this yesterday and I got stuffed out before the massive run in the upside in Asia. I feel like my mind's just like playing that over and over. so it doesn't happen again. Let's see if we hold this. We have inverted this now, so we should hold from this fair value gap. Actually, not a bad spot to scale in. I just want to see us actually respect it. Bit aggressive of play here. See if we can push past this high. Nice. Just about break even here. This 2 sell should hopefully get us to at least break even. And then if we want to spill past that too. At this gap spot now. Well, okay. We did actually push up, did we? Oh, no. I haven't really done a whole lot on oil, so it's probably good to switch. There's just not much movement here right now. Maybe at London session we could see a bit more, but now MNQ's on the climb. Just got to be mindful now on the lower time frames again. Just waiting to see if we see a large bit of volume exiting, sellers stepping into. So just watching to see that. I don't like how the volume levels are starting to pick up here to the downside. Shall we? I think what I might do is just adjust. Okay. Alright, we use higher time frame for stop levels, I think. It's the game plan, so maybe this M3 low, M5 low. Weird spot to start, so not too sure. We could add one final pyramid entry right here at this M2 busy, which I think we're gonna do. Just gonna wait for lower time frame confirmation. I love this taken. There's that strategy again, so we see how the volume is at the same level. We shouldn't lose this low now. Should blast up from here, but we've got enough size on. I don't want to cook my entry. If it comes down on us, we're still going to be, I don't even know what that is, $150 or so in profit. So we don't need to force it here. Very close to the spot. I don't mind we're seeing volume step out, so maybe we sweep this low. People people might have just put their stops here preemptively, sweep the low, tap off in here, and push back to the upside. Being mindful of 9 again. It's been cooking me lately, just so frustrating. Okay, there's the sweep. Buyer stepping back in here. Let's wait and see. Volume picking up. It's already more than these 2 candles. Good to see. Just want to see the closure. If you can close above this high, where you can add in for this last 5. Alright, it's looking good. Let's do it. Bang. Missed it a little bit. That's okay. Be mindful for where end dog is here. The midpoint's at that 728 level. Bit preemptive for that 723. I don't like that VWAP. It's so close here. There is a volume imbalance too on an M3, a tiny one. Can't afford that much risk, unfortunately. So we are just gonna have to take this break even, pretty much. Okay, spill down. I didn't see this level in an M1. Alright, break even if we come back to these lows. Crazy reaction right there. VWAP, point of control is like literally all resting here. We might sweep that low one more time before we push up. Why is that so much? Nah, I can't afford that. Cannot afford that. We just got to think about risk here the whole time. So as much as I'd love to, it sucks to lose this position, but also what would suck more is taking a loss when we've been up a significant amount. So it is what it is. Nice hold. I'm gonna see if I can, my most profitable time ever trading, let me see if I can close it, was when I had the 4 charts on my screen. So I might actually look at implementing that again. It's a bit messy, it's a bit crazy, I know, but just gives me the sort of best view as to what's going on in a higher time frame here. The 15 here, and then probably the hourly here. Set that. This is the main chart that I want to focus on. That's not looking good. Don't like that M2 at all. Okay, maybe M5 here. If we keep this low intact. Don't like that VWAP is just so close to our entry now. What stop is this? Right at break even here. With VWAP resting literally right there. Oh, I hope we haven't cooked ourselves here. Really hope we haven't cooked ourselves here, guys. Oh, it's just so, like, man. Right at our entry now, too. We could still go and fill out a lot of that. I'm gonna learn my lesson and just take it break even. It tilts me way too much to be up that much and then end the trade red. I'm just gonna have to accept it. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. It sucks. I think we could have scaled that last 5 micro. Probably didn't need to, as I said before. This makes the margins way too tight right now, but hey, scared money don't make money, right? M15 is about to close here. Okay, I've done this multiple times before and it's never worked out well, but I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back. Right, how good. Coming back to not getting stopped out. It's great. Great to see. At the M15 closure here now as well. See if we can get a run. Yeah, oil. Had that nice call, man. Little shorts, M&Q. Nice reaction to that M15 level in here. Yeah, looking for a fill here. Pushing up now, which is nice. Seeing where we go here now. Good pump. Alright, let's lock in some of this profit, hey. Haven't taken that high just yet. Just trying to give the trade some room, really. I think we'll go here for 800. Sitting on the M15 here as well. Keep it at this low. Wouldn't want this whole thing to reverse on us here after tapping point of control anyway, so it's a good indication. Keep this on a M2, I think. M2 is going pretty well for us. The M5 on here. I haven't quite taken out this high just yet. That's at 62. Just don't want to choke the trade. I'm just trying to see where buyers could be stepping back in. I think the way that things are going, we should be pushing for at least this gap. At least the gap. Okay, we're getting close to 9, so I've just got to be mindful. Just gonna adjust our stops as we're approaching 9. So 5 minutes 2, I find, is typically like when it hits 6:55 p.m. Is when I really want to be taking risk aggressively off the table. Just with the amount of times I've been reversed out, it's kind of a joke. Yeah, I still think this makes sense. Hey, we're losing this big order block here. That's interesting. This is 7,750, but then all of them are 7,750 for the stop, and then on the M2 it's 717. What if I change you to M3? Interesting. Okay, triple highs as we're approaching 8:30. It's not fun, so it looked to be just at 1,000. We'll wait till we hit 55 on this time. So a minute and about 45 seconds to go here. Very bad stop placement, to be honest, because we could sweep all the way down to here, but it's okay. I'm so traumatized from 9 a.m, man. But again, I can't trade yesterday's chart, right? Like each day is a new day, and what we're seeing here is we've got momentum to the upside. It's TGIF, it's a Friday. We bounced off this M15. So I think we at least go fill this gap, right? Even if 9 opens and we come here and then spill down. But ideally, we just push straight through and attack. Previous day value area high, and then we also do have this 4-hour CB resting right here. And some liquidity resting at these highs, so... let me switch this track. Getting a bit old. Alright, last 30 seconds. Then we'll adjust our stops. The hourly looks very promising for now, but I've still got 5 minutes to go. Trying to keep my eye on volume here as well. Okay, there's 55, so I think we do the wise thing here. Okay, there's the push. There's previous day point of control about to be tapped. Beautiful. Okay, so we are floating free on this position now. Going to be looking at 1.3 if we come in reverse here. Like the way we've played this a lot. Let's see if we can blast through this. Good partial there. Happy with that. Take 2 more off if we can get to this daily imbalance. Take 2 here. Then I think we go for the full CB. At least we're taking partials along the way. Looking to see if we invert in the last 3 minutes here. We flip bullish on this hourly, so we got 3 minutes to go after this candle closes. Feels like I can breathe. I can not stress as much, which is huge. A 4-hour CB is looking like a decent spot, even if we can get to like this high 899. Wait, what? Up to 900. 900 on the dot. Okay, my bad. Oh. Okay, I think we're back. My bad. My internet just had a bit of a freeze again. Alright, we are at the previous day point of control now. Looking like we are wanting to push past here. Would love to see it. Love to see some just displacement to the upside now. Okay, it is 9, so I'm going to do the wise thing and just take 2 off here. Okay, here's 9. Nice hourly closure here. We just see if the reversal curse wants to strike today. We'll lock in a bit more of this here. So 1.6 potentially for today. See if MNQ wants to give any more hovering at this point of control level. I think we're probably best going here just because we're at point of control too. Looks to be eaten up. Approaching the top of new day opening gap. We do have very area low resting right here, which we might pull back to. What is that? 28709. That's okay if it does. Where's 709 says this pocket in here. I think we don't be greedy for this here. I'll still take a 2k day, that's fine. At least 2 to 1. So we lost 1k yesterday and then potentially up 2k today. Could be more. If there's more, I want the trade to give us that. So I just need to be patient here. Does look like we're struggling here. Gonna keep on adjusting risk. Okay, oil looks like it's bounced back now. Looks like it's pushing towards back. So yeah, we could start spilling to the downside. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So 2.1, especially with oil starting to now pump, we've hit previous day point of control. We could actually swing and look for a short position here now. Again, 9 a.m. reversal. Now we just go with the doubling method because we've already up. I'm not losing 165, so that's my hard stop. Stop at 2k for the day, but just got to play what we see. Now that's value area low. Would like to see a push past and close below this level. And then I think we're going to continue to the downside. Nice little push here, fill, tap up to previous day point of control. We gapped below it, we pushed here at 9 o'clock. Would love to see continuation to the downside here. Volume stepping into the downside here now as well. Yeah, this is looking juicy. Very juicy. Waiting to see if we engulf here. Would like to see us invert this and then look for a push up here, and then we'll look to scale in pretty heavy. Very happy with the trade management here. Very, very happy. Okay, last minute. We just don't want to see all of this eaten like straight away. We're at the 15-minute BSC close to here as well. This is why I love having all of the different time frames up. Let's get a much clearer picture as to what's going on. You can see here as well. We're in overall massive bear trend for the week. So let's see. Want this to invert, push back up into here, look to scale in. Not a full inversion, but I do like the volume that's present on this candle. So wait for a pullback up into this block in here. Might not get it. If we get a closure below this low, then my stop loss placement's going to go to here. I still think we push up. Needs to feel a lot of this. Yeah, nice. So now we can go for the doubling method as we have a little bit to work with here. So I can actually add 2 here if we want to push back up. Just because we'll be risking about that 150 if we do pop above these highs. And then if that's the case, we're done for the day, lockout. Man, I need to upgrade my internet, man. It's not on. Okay. Okay, because we've already inverted this at a key level, I'm just looking for a retest to here, and then expecting push at least to these lows. But yeah, if we want to come all the way down for yesterday's previous low, I wouldn't be mad either. Just check the higher time frames here. Build everything to the upside, so I would not want to see us push there. Could run all the way to 28223. Fill in this volume imbalance potentially. Just depends how expansive today is. Check yesterday's range. Yeah, it wasn't too hectic. We've had a pretty small range week in comparison to some of these days. You can see Friday obviously here as well, just opened and didn't look back. So who knows? Who knows? Before that though, let's try and see if we can fill this gap. Looks like we might not want to get up into this gap. Just watching what oil is doing, as that's going to give me the greatest indication as to what MQ does. Obviously MQ spilling to the downside yesterday. Oil just had this massive pump, and you can see like at 2 a.m. 15 to 2 a.m. here. So oil starts pushing down, and then shortly after MNQ starts spouting up. So they're typically inversely related. Again, just got to be patient. There's such a temptation to join in just on a short here, put stops here, but I think this is all going to be ran. Fill in this gap and then sellers jump in. All in all, though, great trading day so far. So yeah, lock this one out until London session. So both sitting at about sort of similar balance here. Thank God for the recovery from yesterday. Here we go. Okay, we have just wicked all of this, and then got a pretty large amount of volume stepping in. Just want to see where we close here on an M30. We could actually scale in here already as is. Point of control dropping here too. We definitely got people wanting to go lower here, so just seeing if there's a willingness. There is. We can double that. Here's our 160 then. So gap fill here on MNQ. Now pushing below value area low, pushing below point of control. Not a bad spot, honestly, to add in. Stops should be at 713. 707, okay. So this at 713 would be a better stop just because of the value area. High here, protecting, and then stop above here. I like this position, to be honest. I don't like that. But there's the value area high tap again, hence why I've just put stops slightly above. Try not to focus on the monetary value so much as opposed to what this is actually saying. There you go, sellers. There you go. Just need another one to get below this low here. What are we at now? 160. Not a fan of the immediate pushback. Looking to break all of these lows now if we can. Liking this a lot. Look to scale in here. Last bid here and then I will take off, guys. Stayed on a little bit longer than I would have liked, so but good trading today. Very, very blessed, so thank God for that. Very, very good day today. Good management, good getting in and out of positions. Bit unfortunate about the first loss down in here. Had the idea right, just gotta wait for the timing. Timing really is everything. Timing, size, all of that. It looks like we still might want to go and fill that original spot that I had in mind. I'm just letting the value area high here act as a bit of resistance. If sellers want to hold this, but if we blast through, it is what it is. Oops, wrong one. A lot going on here, but also a whole lot of nothing going on here. So yeah, I might call it here, guys. Not too much happening. If we get stopped out, we will call it for today, but anticipating at least a little bit more momentum to the downside after this M30 closure here. Nice M15 as well. So we'll see what sellers / buyers want to do. But thank you for tuning in. We might get stopped out here as we're doing the outro, but appreciate it. Have a great weekend and stay safe trading. Peace.